Welcome back, friends. Today we are talking about the sacral chakra and how it connects to our relationship to food. So we've explored the root chakra, which if you missed the video, you can check it out right here. And today we're moving up to the second chakra, or the sacral chakra. So we learned that the root chakra sits at the base of the spine and the center of the pelvic floor, the perineum. Now, the second chakra is just above that at the sacrum. Now, I know for many people you're like, what? Where is the sacrum? How do I find that, Blair? So there are a few ways, differing beliefs. Again, there's no hard right or wrong with a lot of this information. It depends on the lineage and the teacher. Some people say that it's 3 fingers from the belly button. Some people say that it's 3 inches from the belly button, but a way that I love to work with the second chakra, specifically in a way to help reclaim your relationship to your body, is to use the crease line of the lower abdomen. It's in a spot that I know I personally struggled with for a very, very long time, and I know many people do. The thing with this is that it's not going to happen overnight, right? It may actually be quite triggering or activating to work with this particular area on the body. Personally, I found that working with the second chakra with this placement at the lower abdominal crease line, specifically with using hand mudras to work with the chakras, the second chakra specifically, really helped reframe and reclaim my relationship to my abdomen. What I personally like about it is there is a mudra that we use in Ishta Yoga as part of the regrounding practice, where we use this mudra at the second chakra. And so the thumb and index fingers are together, and the middle finger and the ring finger connect. And then you place that at the lower abdominal crease line. Now, if you're like me, you have some fat there. So what I like about this is that the fat and the skin, it adds a little weight to the fingers. So it's actually, in time, not saying this is gonna be an immediate response, but it actually feels really grounding. If you think about a weighted blanket as being grounding, your stomach, right, that lower abdominal fat, skin, is providing some weight to the fingers with the hand mudra. And when you bring your awareness then just behind that to the sacral chakra, it can be really extremely healing. Now let's explore what the sacral chakra is all about. So the Sanskrit name is Svadhisthana. 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 Now, this word is as hard to say as it is to spell. So there's no need to use a Sanskrit name if that's going to create a lot of noise in your mind, a lot of inner criticism, a lot of judgment. Just say second chakra or sacral chakra. Some people also refer to it as the water chakra, as its element is water, or the orange chakra, because the color associated with this chakra is orange. And I wore a print just to also broaden your perspective that you don't have to wear the solid color. Having some orange with the intention of supporting your sacral chakra can also be extremely beneficial. Now, to that point, noticing your relationship to the color can be a really interesting way to kind of understand, is this chakra balanced or unbalanced? If you have no orange in your clothes, in your accessories, in your home decor, in your life in general, you may have an imbalance, possibly a deficiency. Now, if everything in your life is orange, that doesn't necessarily mean it's balanced. It could actually be more excessive. Now, we haven't spoken about chakras as being excessive or deficient, but I will speak to this in later videos. So be sure to subscribe so you can learn more. If you want to learn right now, you can dive into my chakra courses, which are available via the links in the description. The Getting Unstuck course, I dive deep into the difference between when it's out of balance and then when it's deficient, when it's excessive, and how chakras can be both deficient and excessive. But I lay that out in very simple terms, so it's very easy to understand once you move through the course. So to understand the second chakra, I think working with its element can be really helpful. So the element is water, and water is fluid, right? It moves. And this is a quality of this chakra. It's all about fluidity and movement. Now, water is also very adaptable, right? It can change based on its environment. It can fit to form the container that it's in. It can turn to gas. It can turn to ice. So it's really adaptable and easily changed. And this is part of the second chakra. To move with ease with some fluidity, with some grace through change, to be open to change, to be okay with change. If you struggle with change, you may want to take a look at your second chakra. It is in the second chakra where we move into dualities. It's also where we explore our likes and our dislikes. So when this chakra is out of balance, you may be very rigid with your likes and your dislikes. Very all or nothing, very black and white, very binary. This is what I like, this is what I don't like, and there's no deviation. And we find this, right, with disordered eating and eating disorders. There's a lot of rigidity and all or nothing thinking and binary thinking. This food is good, this food is bad. I eat this, I don't eat that. There's very little fluidity and ability to see within that gray rainbow space that I love to talk about. This comes up a lot with taste preference. And I speak about this in a blog post that is linked in the description if you want to learn more. An example actually directly from my Getting Unstuck course is this idea of I don't like dark chocolate, right? It's very black and white. I don't like it. That's it. End of story. If you can move into that gray rainbow space, you may say, well, I don't really like anything over 85%, but anything below I can usually tolerate. Although I will say, if it is 85% and I put some salted peanut butter on it, I actually quite like that combination, right? So there's a little bit more fluidity. It's not that I don't like dark chocolate, end of story. It's like, well, I don't really prefer this dark chocolate. I find it maybe a little bit bitter, but when I put this component on it, I actually like it, right? So you're seeing there's fluidity, there's flexibility, and that comes with a balanced second chakra. So speaking more to our relationship to food in the second chakra, our sacral chakra, or svadhisthana, also governs pleasure, desire, as well as our needs. Now, all of these factors come up in one's relationship with food. You understand your likes and your dislikes around food. You understand what gives you pleasure, what doesn't really give you pleasure. You also may desire or crave certain foods, and you're also are able to access your needs in that moment. What do I need right now? I'm desiring and wanting another drink, but I know that I actually probably need to drink some water. I make that reference point because addiction oftentimes is present in second chakras that are not balanced. So I think you're seeing a theme here, right? Eating disorders, disordered eating, addiction. And to understand this at a little bit of a deeper level, I want to talk about the chakras and the senses. So the sense connected to the root chakra is smell. The sense connected to the sacral chakra is taste. And the third chakra, the navel chakra or solar plexus chakra, which we'll talk about in 2 weeks, is all about sight. And when we're eating, yes, we use feel as well, but we primarily see the food, smell the food, and taste the food. So I hope you're beginning to see how the chakras play a role in our relationship, not only to our physical bodies, but also to our relationship to food. Again, we're talking about the second chakra, so I don't want to deviate too much, but we explore the second chakra. It's all about movement and fluidity and change. It also is where we enter into the world of dualities, and we explore our likes and our dislikes, pleasure, desire, our needs. Now, it also governs our sexuality, and sexuality is very tied into one's relationship to their body and food. Now, emotions are also thought to be with the second chakra, though some people associate emotions with the heart chakra. I explore this more in my course, but again, this is just a reminder that there is no right or wrong. And again, we're working with the second chakra. We're trying to move out of that black and white thinking, which is a sign of an imbalanced second chakra, and wanting to move into more flexibility. So the second chakra, as we're finding, it governs a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of ways in which this chakra being out of balance can wreak some havoc. All right, friends, so we explore the sacral chakra. We know that some of the names are sacral chakra, second chakra, svadhisthana, the orange chakra, the water chakra. The element is water, the color is orange, and it governs our likes and our dislikes, pleasure, desire, change, movement, fluidity. It also governs our needs, emotions, sexuality. So we just scratched the surface with the second chakra. I hope you have a better understanding of how much the second chakra impacts us, especially when it's out of balance. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to learn more about the chakras and healing your relationship to your body and food. Until next time, friends, stay curious.